Hey guys, JamesMCD's Reviews here. Welcome to another episode of the Cinematic Bucket List series. Now, today is going to be an interesting one because I wanted to cover something Transformers related in honor of the new one, Rise of the Beasts, releasing this weekend, but I did not want to watch any of the Michael Bay Transformers movies. So this is a very random one, but I hope you'll bear with me because today I'm going to be covering the Transformers the movie from 1986. This is the animated movie based off of the classic 80s cartoon. And I guess before I dive into my thoughts on this, I should probably preface by saying I know next to nothing about Transformers. Like, everything that I know about Transformers is stuff that I've learned by like watching YouTubers like Diamond Bolt who cover Transformers related things, and stuff like Black Nerd and Lindsay Ellis. Like, I know next to nothing. I didn't watch the cartoons growing up. I have vague memories of watching the first Bay movie, and I don't remember really what I thought about it. The only bit of Transformers related media that I've seen up until this point, all the way through, was Bumblebee, which I actually really enjoyed. I thought it was really well done. And so now we have this movie. Well, I call it a movie. It's really just a toy commercial. That's all it essentially is. But that's, to be fair, that's what the original 80s cartoon was. Basically, the story is there's a war going on between the Autobots and the Decepticons, and the Decepticons, led by Megatron, like, literally within the first, 20 minutes, murder, all of the Autobots, including Optimus Prime. It's pretty crazy. Like, they really do waste no time with getting into the main plot of this movie. But yeah, basically Optimus's dying wish is that the remaining Autobots protect the Matrix, which is this force of light that in their darkest hour will save them and all this other stuff. And he hands it off to Ultra Magnus to be the carrier of it and be the leader to help the Autobots move forward. And then meanwhile, all this is going on during the arrival of Unicron, which is this giant transforming planet-eating fucker who comes in contact with Megatron after he's been thrown out of his own crew, and he basically gives him an upgrade and is like, hey, go kill the Autobots and give me the Matrix so I can take over the world and destroy everything. And then basically it's just a race to see who can destroy who first. This movie is a lot. I think that's the best way I can describe this movie. Is it is a lot. It is pedal to the metal, nuts to butts action from the start to the fucking finish. Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense considering this is a children's movie based on a show that was geared to sell toys. It is made for people with very little attention span. It does not want you looking away at any point, because there's just constant action, constant explosions, things going pew pew and things going rrr. It honestly does kind of make sense why all the Autobots are killed off at the beginning, because you can sense just some greedy marketing execs at Hasbro are like, oh, it sucks that all these original characters that you loved are dead now, but hey, look at all these cool new characters, and they're available exclusively at Target. To that extent, I don't know how I would recommend this to Transformers newbies like myself, because this movie doesn't really care if you've seen the rest of Transformers, of the show, or anything like that. It just kind of dumps you right in the middle and doesn't bother explaining shit about what's going on, and it kind of expects you to pick up the pieces and just latch on to these characters immediately. But, I mean, granted, there's not much to the characters beyond certain surface level gimmicks. There's one who talks really fast, who, wouldn't you know it, is voiced by the Micro Machine guy, if you guys remember those 80s commercials with the guy who talks really fast. The voice cast, real quickly, since I brought that up, the voice cast in this movie is weird. Obviously you've got like Frank Welker and Peter Cullen, who are like staples in the Transformers franchise, especially with all the animated stuff. But then like Orson Welles is Unicron for some reason. Like, how the hell did they get him in this movie? And then Leonard Nimoy for Spock from Star Trek is Galvatron. Like, what? That just threw me for a loop. When I saw that in the credits, I'm like, was that Orson Welles? This feels like a time capsule movie in a weird way. Like, it's a very 80s time capsule movie. In the same way that Space Jam is a 90s time capsule movie, this is very much an 80s time capsule movie. Just in the soundtrack alone, which, I'm not gonna lie, the soundtrack kind of slaps. It's a whole lot of 80s like synth rock music. Of course, you've got the Touch song that, you know, pretty much anyone who either has seen this movie or knows of this movie knows it probably for that song. There's a Weird Al song placed in the middle of it. Like, what? What is this movie? The most bare basic of plots that you could come up with. The characters are all very much one note. But, I mean, again, like, there are no lulls in anything. There's no, like, slowdown period. It's constant action. So if that's what you're into, if you just want to see shit blow up and if you want to see giant robots fighting each other, then you will probably enjoy this. I will give, as just a brief warning, photosensitive viewers be warned, because there are a lot of flashing lights and big explosions in this, and I'm gonna be honest, me and my girlfriend did have to take a couple pauses when we were watching it, so yeah, you just be warned that is something that you will have to deal with when watching this movie. Overall, like, I don't think this is a bad movie. Like, I don't think it did a bad job at what it was trying to do, which was just be a Transformers movie, be something to entertain little kids, and their parents will probably be annoyed having to watch it, but, you know, it'll keep the kids quiet and keep them like engaged. And if that's really all you want, then this movie did that. But if you're looking for something with actual like substance to it, first of all, what are you doing watching a Transformers movie in the first place? But yeah, if you're looking for something with actual like substance or like engagement, then this probably isn't for you. Ultimately, like, there were things about it that I enjoyed. Like, I thought the animation for the budget that they probably had, which was probably not very much, was fine. I thought, again, the soundtrack kind of slapped. There were a lot of shocking things in it. Like, the body count in this movie was definitely surprising. But yeah, ultimately, this movie was fine. Check it out if you want. If I had to rate it, the highest I will be willing to give this is a 3 out of 5. But anyway, that does it for this video. Let me know down in the comments if you've seen Transformers the movie. Did you grow up with the original show? Did you grow up with this movie? Have you watched it recently? How do you think it holds up? And are you looking forward to Rise of the Beast coming out this weekend? Let me know all that stuff. The rest of this month is going to be pretty crazy in terms of movies. So I've got a lot more bucket lists and other videos coming very soon. So stay tuned for all that. But until next time, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date on when I'm posting. Follow me on all my social media. Subscribe to my main channel. Everything you need to know will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.